Boys, it's finally happened. I now lack originality. What is going on, dudes and dudettes? Major Pineapple here, and it is an understatement to say that I love my Switch. I mean, most of my channel is based on the thing anyway. Rumors are circulating that a new Switch is on the horizon sometime in 2021 or 2022. I personally think it's gonna be 2021. And while I do love my Switch, I do still have some critiques with the console. But I don't think it's gonna be called the Switch 2 or the Switch Pro. I'm gonna go with what the 3DS did and call it the new Switch. And without further ado, here's what I wanna see in the new Switch. This is probably the most plausible and the easiest for Nintendo to do. All the themes on the 3DS were so much fun and added such a unique flair as they'd shuffle through each time you entered the home menu. I bought way too many of these, but I love them no matter what. It made my 3DS feel more like my own personal console. Right now the Switch just feels like an iPhone with the light and dark modes, which is fine, but Nintendo has way more charm than Apple ever will. Even adding some folders with some organization would be pretty cool. Super Mario Odyssey, Breath of the Wild, Smash Bros. Ultimate, and Mario Kart 8 all led themselves to having their own unique and aesthetically pleasing themes, both in visuals and audio. And speaking of audio, I don't even know how many times I've just listened to Nintendo background music. The Meme Maker theme is iconic in and of itself. This is the department where I think the Switch really lacks in, honestly. Even the Wii U had background music. They don't even need to compose new themes. Just remix some of the old music on the Wii, throw it on the Switch and call it a day. Even just some low-key head boppers from some of their past games would be nice too. Each Nintendo console since the Wii, home or handheld, has had such fun background themes for when you're idle on the home screen, and the Switch has. This audio isn't edited out. All the Switch has is just carrying sound bites between menus. I miss the old days where I could jam out to the music on the Wii. Other than the themes, I think that this would be the easiest thing to add into the Switch. People complain about the dock a lot, so much to the point that it has its own subculture on YouTube. Smaller dock solutions are what people are constantly talking about, and I think it's something that deserves to be talked about. I'm gonna preface, I don't mind the dock. I like the way it looks. I do see though why people complain about it. It's a bit too clunky and just a bit boring to look at. Make the dock look more like the 3DS Cradle or the old iPhone docks. Also, the current dock is very prone to scratches. If you don't have a screen protector, you are screwed. Maybe something where you could just plop the Switch onto instead of carefully sliding it in would be better, but I see why it's designed the way it's designed. But it can definitely be smaller. They sell kits where you could take apart the original dock and put it into a set that's smaller than a wallet. People complain about the dock a lot, saying they want it smaller, and something else they want is... This just kinda goes without saying, as this is an upgrade or a successor to the current Switch. As of now, the Switch screen is fine at 720p, but an upscale to 1080 or possibly even higher would be awesome. I think they could even pull off 1440p. Rumors about a new Nvidia chip have been circulating about being put into a new console, and the Switch is the only console that uses Nvidia. So this is definitely gonna happen. It's a matter of when, not if. And with a better screen resolution, there will come a better... I've said it before, but I actually really like the VR on Switch. While the Labo is lacking severely, this is just something you can only compare to smartphones instead of the PlayStation VR or the Oculus. It's such a shame because the Switch lends itself for the perfect form factor for VR. It makes perfect sense. You slide a screen into this headset and you have detachable controls that are some of the most powerful on the market right now. This definitely needs a more serious take, more actual games for it, not just slight mini games like Super Mario Odyssey or a different point of view like Breath of the Wild or Smash Bros. Why did Smash Bros get this but not Mario Kart? Yeah, Mario Kart would have been really nauseating. And don't make it cardboard, make it an actual headset with a head strap and a space for USB-C for wireless headphones. Switch VR could easily put something like the Oculus to shame. Add more to the legacy content. While the NES and SNES content is awesome, I think it's run its course by now. Don't get me wrong, I'm more than happy with what we have right now, but I can only play SCAT so many times. The Game Boy Advance is being rumored to finally release in December. The N64, Wii, GameCube, DS, all could have a perfect home on the Switch. The Switch takes all the best things from these systems and makes it the perfect platform to experience these games on. And some more TV streaming services like Netflix, Amazon Prime, and Disney+. Maybe even their own version of Game Pass or PlayStation Now. And also, I think it'd be really cool to post or live stream on YouTube or Twitch. I personally prefer physical over digital, so this is my most minor gripe with the Switch. It does hurt my soul that I have Mario Kart 8 and Animal Crossing digitally instead of physically, but it's okay, I only cry 3 times a week instead of 12 now. I think some things like return policy should definitely be adjusted. Only being able to get a full refund on pre-orders a week before the game releases is dumb. What if you pre-order a game 4 days before the release and realized you pre-ordered the wrong game? Or something happens and you realize you just bought the wrong game as a whole, you're just stuck with it. Yeah, you could contact customer service, but that just becomes more of an ordeal, and no one wants to deal with that kind of stuff. People want this to play games. But do you remember grinding on a game, just waiting for that one sound? Oh yeah. The achievements were king on the 360, but Microsoft and Nintendo are finally now playing nice, with Cuphead on the Switch for a while now, and Steve just being added in from Minecraft. This is something that could actually happen. Trophies on PlayStation are still cool, but achievements are and always will be king. Relate them even to how Nook Miles work in New Horizons. I remember when I first got Animal Crossing New Horizons, I would just grind and grind all the time and not stop till I get my perfect amount of Nook Miles. Even using that same name or call them stars or coins relating to Mario, and even incorporate it into the My Nintendo program. It sucks that I have to talk about this because the Switch does have Bluetooth connectivity. The Joy-Cons connect via Bluetooth. Being able to use any kind of headset, controller, keyboard, and mice would be so awesome to have. With the lack of themes and the lack of background music, sometimes I feel like Nintendo wants the Switch to feel more like a smartphone. But if they really wanted the smartphone feel, they should have just added this in. Who knows, they probably know that companies like Genki will create solutions for their own problems.
The Genki Bluetooth adapter sucks.
I had it for a few months, the shipping was a pain in the ass, I experienced all kinds of connection problems, and it took hours for it to even work, and it felt so cheap. It eventually broke
on my birthday of all days,
and I decided to just get a dedicated headset instead of getting another Genki Bluetooth adapter. If you get a headset, get the Arctis Steel Series 1. It's amazing. I highly recommend this.
You know, it really says something when I have to talk about this.
Party chat is still king on the Xbox, but PlayStation's is still great as well. I hate having to call my friends on my phone just to play a game with them online. There's so much untapped potential here. Why are they so late on this basic thing? It's not that hard. Apparently Discord wants to work on the party chat for the Switch. Discord! They did though have a pretty cool thing on the 3DS and Wii U, and it did set Nintendo apart from the competition in a big way. Unpopular opinion, I like Miiverse. It was kinda dumb, yeah, but it was still fun to look through all the posts. It was kind of similar to Reddit in the way it looked, but of course you just couldn't post anything you wanted because of community guidelines. But it felt like a nice way of creating a community with people with the same console.
It also made the Wii U seem like it had a lot more players on it than there really were.
It was a less effective but albeit neat way of getting info on games from other players. Yeah, other consoles have communities too.
And of course I'm in a Spider-Man community, because why wouldn't I be? I don't even know why I'm in it. I don't even go on it. This wasn't even planned.
But it did feel best on Nintendo. I remember interacting with countless people on Miiverse all the time and loving every moment of it.
I think what you could take from this is, while Nintendo is still lacking greatly in a lot of areas, they still put out awesome consoles. Anyway, dudes and dudettes, I hope you enjoyed this video. Be sure to click that like and subscribe button, and let me know down in the comment section below, what do you want to see in a new Switch? Major Pineapple out.